Hello everybody, welcome to Recovery Lab TV. My name is Chris, I'm your coach and sports therapist, and today I'm going to be talking about my up and coming challenge on the 19th of July. For those who are part of the channel will know that I'm about to take on the biggest challenge of my life. It is a continuous triple Ironman distance triathlon, and it is pretty scary to say the least. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, become a part of the channel. If you want to like the video, or if you like the video, by all means click that little thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it with your family, and become part of the community. So, for those wondering, what is a triple distance Ironman? It is a 7.2 mile swim, a 336 mile bike ride, and a 78 mile run. It is done in that order, so continuously, whereas some are done an Ironman a day, sticking to those distances where you sleep in between. This is done all in one go. It is all a swim in one go, so 7.2 miles, which equates to 11,600 meters. Then you go out onto the bike, you sit on your bike for what seems like an eternity, and you ride 336 miles, which equates to the course that I'm going to be doing equates to 47 loops of Cardiff Bay, which is 540.97 kilometers. It has a total ascent of 4,559 meters, which is slightly over what will be 336 miles. However, I can't do basically half a lap, so I'll be continually finishing that lap back to my kind of transition area. Similar to the run, I'll be going slightly over what will be 78 miles, just because of the same reasons. It's going to equate to 12 loops of a similar course. However, it works out 132.96 kilometers with a total ascent of 1,248 meters. Again, bringing it slightly over the 78 mile mark. The grand total of the distance of the race in its entirety for both swim, bike and run is 685.53 kilometers, and it's a total ascent of 5,807 meters. Now, there's a current world record for the longest continual triathlon, and this will beat the Guinness World Record for that by 311.03 kilometers, should I get the job done. Now, the reason why I'm doing it is, one, to kind of push myself and kind of develop my own mental health and develop my own mental resilience, if you will. And the other reason that I'm doing it is because I'm raising for money for a charity, the RNLI, the Royal National Lifeguard Institute. Now, a couple of years ago, my partner was out paddleboarding with a friend. They unfortunately kind of got into some trouble in the sea. Her friend came off her board and my partner had to try and rescue her. Now, luckily, on the coast, or the edge of the coast, someone was walking their dog, seen my partner and her friend kind of getting into trouble, getting knocked off their boards and getting kind of dragged out into the Bristol Channel, and phoned the RNLI, to which a team came out on the boat and kind of rescued both of them. At which point, both of them were suffering with kind of shock, suffering with hypothermia, and were all battered and bruised from being hit by the boards because of the swell, and holding on to the boards for dear life, getting kind of bruised ribs, bruised underarms, if you will, and were really kind of shook up at the time, and even now, to be honest. Knowing the lifeguard team that kind of rescued my partner, I kind of said afterwards, as a way of thanking you or thanking them, that I would find a way to fundraise for them. At the time, this was last year, I was already committed to fundraising for Rock to Recovery, the mental health charity, and so this year I'm repaying my thanks to the lifeguards for saving my partner, the mother of my children, because without them it could have gone very, very badly, and this could be a totally different issue or totally different situation. So as a way of showing my gratitude and my respect to those people and the people that kind of do this job day in, day out, this is my tribute to you guys. So if you would like to donate or help in any other way, please head over to the link in my bio, and by all means there's a little kind of link there heading over to my Just Giving page. So all donations will be going to that charity to help future rescues, so that kind of other people aren't kind of putting their life at risk or kind of being saved, if you will. Now, in the build up to this race, life has been incredibly busy, life has been incredibly hard. My partner is a midwife and I am a full-time dad. I'm also run a full-time business, coaching business, doing these type of things. Now, it's been crazy. So I roughly spend about 18 hours a week doing a school run, kind of taking my kids to various kind of after school activities and so on, and I'm still having to work kind of 5-6 days a week, plus get all the training in. So the training plan unfortunately has had a lot of kind of barriers in the way, should I say, the least. I've had a number of people say that I should reschedule this event for a later date or until next year. And to be honest with you, the way I feel about it is, if you do that, then generally it doesn't get done. So I've kind of going in with a quote that I've kind of stolen from Ross Edgley, the man who swam around Great Britain and has done a wide variety of things ever since, so check him out. Is to be naive enough to start and stubborn enough to finish. So that is going to be a bit of a mantra going into this race. And to be honest, I'm just going to suck it and see now. Like I said, it's going to be the hardest and biggest thing that I've ever done, and I'm under no illusion that it is going to take every little bit of resilience, everything that I've learned over the past 16 years of coaching, the past kind of 10 odd years of kind of doing endurance sports. All the things that I've learned I'm going to have to implement into this kind of race, if you will. The race schedule, those who have been part of the channel will know that unfortunately the official race sadly was kind of done by Brutal Events. Now they've kind of cancelled their race and they're kind of closing their company down. But I have decided to go ahead, so I've been planning the structure of it. And as it stands, I'm going to be doing the swim in Cardiff International Pool on the Friday the 19th, starting at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be doing the run in a bay loop, a kind of bike and the run on kind of a loop around the bay. Now the bike, I will put up the loop just by here. It is 11.51 kilometers in total. And like I said, I'm going to have to be doing 47 of these loops to kind of make the grand total of the bike distance. Now, I've worked it out at 22 kilometers an hour purely because generally I like to think of doing an Ironman race. Now, the minimum cut-off time is 21.7 for an Ironman race. I always tell people to cycle at a minimum of 22 kilometers an hour, and at that kind of pace it'll take me 31.23 minutes to do each loop, which equates to 24 hours 35 minutes and 11 seconds. Now that doesn't include stoppages or fatigue. However, I naturally ride closer to 30 kilometers an hour than I do 22. Now, the plan going into the race is to keep my heart rate under 140 beats, which is the top end of my zone 2 heart rate. And it's really to kind of reduce fatigue, kind of reduce calorie expenditure, and manage my overall health, because I don't want to be going at this at a kind of a race pace effort, just because of its kind of the size and magnitude of the challenge itself, and it's more to kind of micromanage the fatigue afterwards, because naturally this is what I kind of do for a living, so I have to be able to be back in work ready on Tuesday. So it's more because of those reasons. Now the run loop itself is 11.08 kilometers long, and naturally my zone 2 pace, if you will, is 6.5 minute kilometers. Now, to complete this loop, it takes at that pace 1 hour 11 minutes and 4 seconds, bringing the total run time at that pace. Now obviously this is complete hypothetical and going to be absolute nonsense, but it's 14 hours and 21 minutes without fatigue or stoppages. Now naturally I'd be amazed if I can run 6.5 minute kilometers after cycling 541 almost kilometers. The plan for the run is if I can maintain 6.5 minute paces or close to for 3 minutes, and then walk for 2 minutes, and have that 5 minute cycle literally being repeated. Then during the 2 minutes of walking, I can kind of eat and drink. And during the 3 minutes of running, I kind of break it down into 3 1 minute rounds, where all I'm trying to do is put one foot in front of the other for those 3 minutes. Naturally, it's easier said than done. So these 3 minutes naturally can fly when you're kind of sat here talking. However, based on what I experienced last year, in some of the heat waves, wearing that weighted vest that I was wearing for Ironman Wales, and struggling with, on the second loop, my nutrition bag was misplaced. I imagine it's going to feel very much like that, in the sense that running for those 3 minutes at a time was incredibly hard, and kind of took everything, if you will, to run just 3 minutes. Which sounds crazy, but regardless of the time or anything, if you're trying to run at a set pace when you're extremely fatigued, suffering with kind of heat stroke at the time, then you're going to know that kind of what I'm on about, if you will. Now, the schedule for the race itself has a few factors in there that, for example, because I'm swimming in a pool, a public pool, I'm naturally going to have other people in the lanes with me. I also have a swim transition where the swim is going to go from a 50-meter lane pool to a 25-meter pool. So those who know Cardiff International Pool will know that at kind of 9 o'clock it splits into 3 separate tanks, from a 50-meter pool to 3 25-meter pools. And during that time, I'm going to have to come out of the pool. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, save my swim, so I can then change my foam goggles to a 25-meter tank, so it doesn't kind of mess with the metrics, and it kind of gives me realistic data. However, it's going to leave me with kind of 2 swim sessions, if you will. So I'll be making a note of how far I've swam during the 3 hours in the 50-meter pool, and then afterwards how much I have left. So from 6 till 9 I'll be swimming in 50-meter tank. from 9 till 10. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to be sat on the side of the pool. I'm going to spend my time kind of trying to stay limber, trying to refuel, rehydrate, and then I've given myself a 2-hour window, although it should only take me an hour extra, to swim the rest of the distance if I can maintain a kind of a 3 kilometer an hour pace for the swim. However, I've kind of given myself that 2-hour window just because I don't know how that kind of stop will affect me and how fatigue will affect me on the day. After that, it's a nice little transition between 12 and 12:30. Now, naturally, it's not going to take me half an hour to get ready and get on my bike, but I've kind of allocated that time just to kind of break up the day and kind of structure the day in a way that I kind of know how. Jumping on the bike then, I'll go straight over to the bike course, which is across the river, if you will, and then start my loops going around there. Now, that in a time frame is between kind of 12:30 and 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock till 4, it just happens to be my son's last day in primary school. So he's asked if I can be there for his kind of last day during school pickup time, where obviously they're going to be doing something really special as a school, and naturally it's going to be really nice for him, and he wants his kind of mum and dad there. It's a way to kind of see that kind of phase of his life, if you will, through and so on. So keeping my promise to my son, I shall be there. And actually it's not ideal in regards to the challenge that I'm doing. However, the way I see it, it is what it is. You know, everyone's going to have their thoughts and opinions on it, and saying in regards to a race, it's not necessarily a race, but the way I see it is it wasn't a race since the race got cancelled. So this is me just kind of challenging myself and pushing myself. So in regards to the rules and regulations, it just is what it is. So by all means, let me know your comments and opinions in the comments section. But for those who have kids, will know exactly where I'm coming from. For me, it's far more important that my kids know exactly that their dad has their intentions and their best intentions at heart, and then everything else is a bonus. After that, I'll be back on the bike, back on the road, back on the course between 4 and 2, so 4 p.m. and then 2 p.m. the following day, in order to get the bike done. Then I should be back in transition, and then on the run course from 3 o'clock until the following day at 10:30. Now, roughly, it gives me a grand total of 58 and a half hours, and it's kind of allowed me to kind of slightly navigate how I'm going to do things. Now, at the moment, there are no planned sleeps. However, if it becomes a health or safety issue, then naturally I will be taking a rest. However, I kind of really want to push the boundaries on my own sleep deprivation for this challenge. I want to learn a bit about myself. I want to learn if I have the resilience to kind of push on and find more of myself. And yeah, I kind of want to really test myself in a way, like, you know. So I'll be filming the whole thing and releasing a video after this challenge. So whatever happens, you guys will see it all unfold. I like to kind of think that I keep my kind of videos and my content as real as possible, so I'll share the highs, the lows, and everything in between. I won't kind of make this video out to be I'm some superhero if that wasn't the case, and if it all goes tits up, then I will be sharing the truth with anything and everything that I do. So if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, and you'll see it all unfold as it kind of happens. I am incredibly lucky to have a couple of my athletes support me throughout this challenge, as well as my partner. They're going to be based in one of my athletes' kind of motorhome, so thank you, Tim, for lending me that. That's going to be based on Marconi Avenue and Penarth Portway, right on the corner, which is on the course for both the bike and the run. So they're going to be kind of my lifeline on every lap should I need nutrition, more chamois cream, kind of more water, a pit stop to use the loo, you name it. They're going to be there to support me and kind of see me through this challenge. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, your feelings, if you've done anything like this, if you often set your own challenges. I certainly do and have done over the years, mostly because of finance, to be honest. Doing races, a fair few of them a year, is kind of at the moment kind of currently out of my financial remit, so I get to do one or two and tick those off the list, and then I kind of create these kind of challenges, if you will, to help me train for my kind of A races. So if you do the same, by all means, let me know what you kind of have set up in the pipeline, or the things that you've done in the past that have really helped you, or been these defining moments for you in your kind of self-development pathway, if you will. And yeah, by all means, support if you can, donate. I truly appreciate it. This is trying to, one, for my own selfish reasons, just wanting to be more as a person and to try and find more, but also to really kind of make a difference in the world and support charities and people when they need it, right? So yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time and your company. Like I said, please become a part of the channel, subscribe if you can. It really does help and really does make a difference. I'm almost at the kind of 1,000 marker, so I appreciate everyone who has joined the channel and is part of the community. Thank you. It means the world, I promise you. Yeah, hope you have an incredible day, and thanks for watching. Take care.